So ownership is extremely important, obviously, in any governance process. And what, my experience with governance is either everybody wants to own the process, which means no one does, or no one wants to own it because it's a time bomb. And so then no one owns it, right? And so we have these gaps in ownership for these various reasons, okay? And then what that breeds is what we call accidental governance, because when a governance step has to be executed reactively, right? Somebody creates a spreadsheet, or today maybe somebody jumps into ChatGPT and makes something up, right? And so this is just, this is a floating governance model that has no direction, right? And it's not very effective for your organization because it may work for today, and it may work for your particular silo, but it's not something that's going to be cohesive across the organization and throughout the time frame, right? And so many organizations say, hey, we'll just buy a tool. Hey, how many organizations have just bought SAP? That's going to fix our problem. Well, guess what? Probably didn't, right? Because you have to tell that tool how you want to operate, right? Even if you take the tool out of the box and plug it in and turn it on, and I don't know if you guys remember the old VCRs, you still had to set the clock that was blinking 12, right? You have to do that, right? Otherwise, your governance process is blinking 12 all the time, and you never know what time it is, right? So those are some things I think that organizations really need to focus on before they really get into using technology to drive effectiveness.